Hey everybody, it's Erica with Look What's in My Hoop for Flosstube number 16. Today is June 14th, 2023, and it has been several weeks since my last video, definitely more than I had intended. As usual, and like most people, life just got in the way of me being able to record a video. But I'm here today. I have so much to share. It's really kind of crazy. Thank you to all of you who are returning viewers. I'm so glad that you're back. And for anyone that's new or might have just be catching the first one or two videos that I've done, thank you for being here. I hope you enjoy what you see. I will try not to have a video longer than an hour, but I do have so much to show, so we'll see what happens. My last video, some of you may have remembered, we were just getting ready to go down to Florida. This was in early May to see my stepson graduate from college. He attended Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University, and he went to the School for Aerospace Engineering. And got a little visitor here. She is investigating everything. This is Dolly. She is usually into some kind of shenanigan, huh? Yeah, it's getting chunky. I like it. I like that she's filling out. Anyways, he graduated with an aerospace engineering degree, and he'll be leaving soon in a week or so to go to Houston, Texas. He was offered a job there, and we're really happy and excited for him. The graduation was wonderful. He graduated magna cum laude, which is incredibly high honor. He worked exceptionally hard to be able to achieve that goal. I think to meet that requirement, your GPA has to be between 3.9 and 4.0, something like that. So it's really quite impressive. I know it was not an easy degree to obtain, but he worked really hard. So we're super proud of him. Florida, yeah, I've been to Florida a handful of times. I don't like the heat in general. Well, I take that back. I don't mind the sun. I don't mind the heat. It's the humidity that gets to me. But I will say the evenings were absolutely beautiful down there. It was just perfect when that 4 o'clock-ish, to 5, when the sun was lower in the sky. It was amazing. What else did we do? We went to the beach, a couple of beaches. We went to Cocoa Beach. That was a really nice beach, but we went on a very hot day, and the sand was, I think it was 92, maybe the sand would have burnt your feet. We had to carry my little bean Haley because it was too hot, but the beach itself was really beautiful. And then we also went to Tornado Beach up near Daytona. I loved that beach. It was amazing. This weird freak rain shower had come through. It had rained about an hour, I want to say. By the time we got there, it was still sprinkling, so we decided to grab some lunch quick. Well, I guess actually breakfast/lunch. It was about 10:30 in the morning, 11 in the morning. So we decided to eat. By the time we were done eating, the rain had stopped. It was still overcast, so you didn't have the hot sun killing you. The sand was hard packed. The water was beautiful. The kids went swimming, tried to get some seashells, and didn't have any luck finding sand dollars. I don't think we caught the tide right, but it was wonderful. It was very, very relaxing. Let's see. We also took the kids to a day. We went to Animal Kingdom, thinking we'll do Animal Kingdom one day, and then we're going to do Magic Kingdom on a Tuesday. So we went to Animal Kingdom on a Sunday, and they hated it so much. I'm like a little sick to my stomach about how much we actually spent, and we weren't even there 3 hours, and they were begging to go back to the resort. It was, I don't know, for Disney, it was not magical at all. I feel so bad saying that because I know so many people love Disney. It wasn't really the lines. It wasn't, it was busy, but it wasn't as horrid as I've been there before when the lines were crazy. It was moving along fairly quickly, but there was not a lot of animals to see, and I tried to get them to go to the safari so that, we could see the animals close up, but we were 2 hours and 45 minutes in. We weren't even to the safari yet, and they were done. So I decided that I didn't want miserable kids, and we decided to leave. But because they had such a poor experience at Animal Kingdom, they did not want to go to Magic Kingdom on Tuesday. So that's when we went to Cocoa Beach instead. So all in all, really good points to the vacation, some not so great points. They were begging me to go home. That's how it, I hate to say it, they did not love totally being in Florida. They loved the beach, but other than that, I don't think they had the greatest time. So we are planning a trip to New Hampshire, back to White Mountain, where we went last summer, but my husband couldn't come. So they are very excited about that. Hopefully in October we'll be able to do that and, you know, have a better family vacation. But seeing my stepson graduate was the highlight. We are so proud of him, and we had a nice dinner with a bunch of his friends and their family members at this restaurant, and it was lovely. It was really lovely. So that was exciting. But when we landed, our flight got in maybe about noon, I think, and we couldn't check into the resort until about 4. So we had a few hours. So I decided to go to, well, I begged my husband to take me to a cross-stitch store because I don't have any local LNSs here. And he took me to this place called The Black Sheep. It was a recommendation. This is the bag from there. The Black Sheep in Florida, Orlando, Florida. And so when I went there, the ladies that were there were so lovely, so sweet. And it was actually not a cross-stitch store. It was a store geared for needlepoint. But it was fun to look around. Needlepoint is not something I think I'd be interested in doing. What they had there was basically, I don't know if it was a canvas or a fabric, but the image was printed on there. And then you take your thread and you don't make an X, but you basically just go one way. And there's different styles of stitches. So not something I was interested in, but they had a ton of thread. So I did pick up some thread, just some silks. I liked the colors, not all of these together, but I did like the red and blue. And then the green I thought would definitely be useful for some projects down the road. And I purchased this needle minder from Ginny's Gem Minders. I thought that was really sweet. So we were there. Haley went in with me, and the ladies were so fun with her. They were happy to see her, and of course she's such a little ham sometimes, so that was nice. But they told me about another cross-stitch store called the Needle Ort, which wasn't too far away, so we also went there, and I picked up some stuff. So I'm going to intersperse my haul with what I bought in Florida and what I purchased before we left and stuff afterwards throughout the video instead of doing one long haul at the end. I also have some finishes. I have some Foley finishes, and of course I have my whips and everything to show you. So I am going to dive right in, and I hope that the back and forth with the way this video is structured today isn't too annoying for anybody. Let's see. So I think the first thing I want to show you is these. These were from, I first saw these on Nicole Spore's Flosstube. She is a card maker, that's her full-time job business, and she does a lot of videos with card making. A while ago, I'm not sure how long, she started also doing Flosstube. She had cross-stitched for a while, but just decided to also start doing videos. And her Flosstube video number 31, she showed these sleds. Well, this one. Maybe hers was a little bit bigger, but I think it was this one. And these are from Chantel's 141 Design Company. And she explained in her video how she stained hers. This one is called this sled display board for cross-stitch finishing. I'm looking down because I want to make sure I tell you the name of it correctly. So I just followed her verbal tutorial. It was not a video that you could watch and copy. She just kind of explained how she did it with Tim Holtz Distress inks. So I did not finish the back. I don't want to waste the ink. You're never going to see it. So hers came out a little bit lighter. I used the same ink, but we must have had different techniques. But I think by the time I put a piece on here and a bow or whatever I'm going to do, you're not going to see much of it anyways. But I wanted to show this because using the distressed Tim Holtz ink pads, it was so easy and quick. And you know, I don't like to finish. I don't want to spend a lot of time finishing. So I have had these for a long time and I didn't do anything with them because the thought of doing it was just, I didn't want to spend the time, but it was very quick. So they are still on the website. I'll try to put them below. This is the medium-sized one. There is a much bigger one and then a smaller one. So I just wanted to show these in case people are starting some Christmas stitching soon and looking for display pieces to put them on. And then from Chantel's 141, I also purchased this little one. Oh, I should tell you, this piece here was separate. You have to glue this on. I just used some E6000 glue, and I don't think anything's getting it off. That glue is incredibly strong. Now this one came in all one piece. This did take a little bit longer. I had to use some tape to tape off the edges so the inks didn't mix. But I thought this was also really cute and fun for a little mini display. So if you're interested in how this was done, you should go check out her Flosstube video number 31. Her Flosstubes are great. Her card making videos are great. She's just in general an extremely creative person. So that was one of the first finishes. The next finish I wanted to show you, I had shown that I had finished this a couple videos ago. This is Stacy Nash Animal Crackers. This is, whoop, throwing her around. This is Jenny the Robin. And I had stitched her on, I believe it was 32 count. I can't remember. It's whatever the called for is. But, you know, I hadn't fully finished her yet, and I had a great idea. So I finished her just this morning. It's definitely not perfect. I do wish it comes with a template that you can trace and cut. When I cut the template, I also gave myself an additional maybe 1/4 of an inch beyond the template. I wish I had done a 1/2 inch because some of my margins are way too close. But I am not aiming for perfection. A finish is a finish. And I am displaying her in this. This is just a little lantern. I've had this lantern for years. I have a pair of them actually. The other one's a little bit bigger. I had the glass taken out last summer. My husband took it out. And all I did was just put a little nest with some eggs, a little bit of moss at the bottom, and then some ribbons at the top. And she sits on a shelf in my half bathroom downstairs. If I can figure out, I keep saying this, if I can figure out how to insert pictures, I will display the picture of it in its final spot. But I thought that was a cute little idea. I do love these animal crackers. It's so fun to stitch. I have the snowman one. I think it's Whitaker and Paisley. And then there's a dog, Scarlet. So they're very, very fun to stitch. They don't take super long. I just wish my finishing skills were a little better and that I had given myself a little bit better of a margin. Let's see, the next finish I have is the 4th of July bird by Heart and Hand. This actually was a new start and a finish in the same month. I had not started this during my last video. So this was stitched on 28 count Hazelwood. Hi, Haley. This is Haley. For those of you that haven't met, this is my youngest, my 5-year-old. Haley, can you say hi? Haley had a graduation from preschool. So my stepson graduated from college. Haley graduated from preschool, and she is an official kindergartner. Oh, show him your smile. Give him a big smile. She is missing her first tooth, which was so exciting. It was it was starting to wiggle when we left for Florida a few days before. I noticed it was wiggling. And while we were down there, just getting looser and looser. And I remember thinking, I don't know if I'm ready for the tooth fairy to come see us in Florida. So I hope the tooth doesn't fall out until we're back home. We landed on a Wednesday or a Tuesday in Albany at noon, and kids were starving because they'd been up since 3:30 in the morning and just had like crackers and, you know, not a lot to eat. So we ran to a Jersey Mike's, which is a Subway store, and I had bought like a big brownie and a big cookie, and Haley had taken a piece of each and she mushed them together into a cookie brownie. When we were almost done, I said, Haley, finish up your cookie because we want to get home. We still had an hour and a half drive ahead of us. So she's like, okay, and she takes I thought she would take a couple bites of the cookie, but she took the whole thing and crammed it in her mouth and swallowed it. Chewed it, swallowed it, out the door we went. We get in the car, and my middle daughter, Tara, goes, Mom, Haley's tooth is missing. So I look, and sure enough, she's got a big hole in the front, and I think I know, honey. I think she swallowed her tooth, which I've never had a kid do. So then we had to figure out what the tooth fairy was going to do when she didn't find a tooth under the pillow, and we decided that leaving a little white seashell from the beach that we were just at might be a good substitute. And Tooth Fairy left a little note and was very happy about that. She's got these little mini food brand toys that she's playing with. She loves. So anyways, back to my finish. That was a little bit of a sidetrack. So Heart and Hand 4th of July bird. This is my finish. This was also from Chantel's 141 Design store. It's on Etsy. I'll put the link below. It's called the Unfinished Freestanding Tag with pocket backboard. So it comes in pieces. I also used the same technique that I used on the sleds, using the distressed ink. And I stained it. They still need to be sprayed with a matte or a poly spray just to protect it. All of this stuff comes off very easily, so I'll be able to do that. I didn't have the spray with me, but I finished this on 28 count Hazelwood, and it's a little disproportionate. I had to add an extra stitch on the legs because somewhere I messed up. So, and then the greenery is just I forget what you call these. Well, I don't know. Whatever this is, from Hobby Lobby, and I just trimmed off pieces to stick down in the little pocket. These are little stars with a wooden dowel that I purchased on Etsy. You can see up here, I have a couple up there. And I just tried to use what I had, so I thought that was kind of cute. The fabric on the back is this, America fabric. This was, I ordered some cross-stitch fabric somewhere, and they sent this, and I just love it so much. I wish I knew the name of the fabric, the collection. So I just used that. These are on sticky board. And then I used the little, honey, put that down, please. I know, they want to see cross-stitch though. All right. She has a rare hamburger that came in her little thing she wants to show you. She's very excited about it. I made a little covered button, and there's the burger. She uses these in her little Barbie house. A little button with the same fabric, and then these two ribbons I just bought yesterday actually at Hobby Lobby because I didn't really have anything to match. So
Do you recommend
I love that. Yes, honey. And I wanted to show you, I've shown this before. This was the Easter one from Heart and Hand. I have not finished this yet, but I know I've showed this in another video. But this is 32 count, and this bird here is 28 count. So you can see there's a definite size difference. And while I don't generally love stitching on 28, I think I like these on the 28 count fabric. So if I ever stitch more, I will definitely use the 28 count over the 32. So this little design board is also still available in the Etsy shop if people are interested. I will say this, I ordered the items. It took forever to ship. I'm talking like over a week. I don't know if they have to cut them as they're ordered or if they must. I'm not sure. But I did have to wait a while for shipping. And while I love the way it looks, and I'll definitely use this for other things, I'm not sure that I want to have to finish the item that I'm putting my finished item on. It's kind of a lot of work for me. Just set that there for now. Okay, babe, watch out. So that's one of my finishes. And while we're on it, the button kit that I use is called the Dritz Craft Cover Button Kit. It looks like this. Super, super easy. I think I ordered this on Amazon and it's not very much money. Let's see. When I was at the Needle Ort in Florida, this was the second shop I went to. It's an actual cross-stitch shop. I ordered this pattern. I believe it's called Liberty's Ewe from Shepherd's Bush. It's really sweet. It comes, that's her little corn dog.
And this corn dog's a little rare.
It's a little rare. It comes as a whole kit with all the thread and the cross-stitch fabric and finishing fabric, and it even comes with trim. Sorry, I'll try not to rattle it. So I thought this was really sweet. I actually wanted to start stitching this, but I figured I'd wait to show you guys. So I'm just a sucker for little kits like that that come with everything that I need. It's very enjoyable. And then I found this beeswax. It's called Beeswax Bliss Floss Conditioner. My floss conditioner was low. Oh, I don't even know how to open this. So that's what this looks like. I haven't tried it yet, so I'm not sure. I don't know if you can see, it's a little bee imprint there. So I'm not sure how it'll be, but I did grab that there. I really wanted to buy some fabric. Their fabric selection was nice, but you could only buy full yards. So you're looking at, $90 to $115. And I don't know, I just didn't want to spend that much for fabric all at once. Let's see, yeah. Oh, I know, I love that, honey. That is really nice. What else did I order down there? Oh, I did buy a couple of patterns. Teresa Kogut's. This is a new one I think that came out at Market, Egg Collector. I really love this egg tree. I probably would change that basket up a little bit. I don't love the basket, but the rest of it's super cute. And then this pattern I've wanted for a long time. Acorns by the Blue Flower. Hold on, I'll let you show that in a minute. So I loved that. And I purchased from the Needle Ort these little pins by the Glass Hopper. They're called Pumpkin Season. And it looks like, oh yeah, you can see she's on Facebook. So the Glass Hopper, you could probably search on Facebook. And they're actual, maybe they're not glass. No, they're not, but they're really sweet. And I think that's all that I purchased down there, cross-stitch wise. Nothing too crazy. You want to show them that? When I got back though, or a few weeks ago, I placed an order at the Kitten Stitcher, and there are these buttons on there from the Bee Company, and they're adorable. This isn't a button, it's an ornament or a tag, but I thought it was sweet. And here, honey, hand me the rest of these buttons so we can show them. But I did get a few more. They're little wooden buttons. Sorry,
I know that you showed me this one.
The light today is washing everything out. This is a little bit, brighter than what it's showing. And,
Mom, I want to
okay, you show them, but don't fall. Some witch's brooms. Here, can you get a little bit closer?
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotcha. Okay,
Mom,
get the
I want
next
to
one.
tell you witch's brooms are for the witch. So
Wait,
this
you
witch-
can tell me after, honey. We gotta save time because my video is gonna be long, okay? Next time you can show me.
alright. So.
And then these little birds with the birdhouse. I thought maybe I would be able to incorporate these actually into some of my stitching sometime.
This one belongs to Jessica and this one's Bob.
I love that. And then these little ladybugs and flowers. You know,
and then this one's Jessica.
Fall and Halloween are my favorite season holiday, so I had to get the little haunted house with the bats and the witch's hat. What's this one? Oh gosh, these little chocolate eggs and chicks. Adorable. And then, the pumpkins. Of course, you gotta have some pumpkins. Here, put your knees up here so you can hold it steady so they can see, and I don't have to worry about you falling. So that's the Bee Company from the Kitten Stitcher. Really nice. If anyone's looking for little things to, you know, accent their stitching pieces. Yeah, we showed that one, honey. Okay, now get back, please. So now let's get into some of my whips. The first whip I want to show, actually, I think I showed this. This is a finish. Pink Sparrow Sampler. Did I show this in the last video? No. I can't remember if I was done or not done.
No, you didn't.
I didn't show it. Okay. I'm going to show it again. So I did finish this. Stitched on 32 count Milk and Honey from Fiber on a Whim. And that's my finish. Hopefully it's in the screen here. Sit down. Honey, sit. So, love this. This did give me a little bit of grief, but it's done. I love it. I want to frame it, but I finished other things. No. Let's see. The next whip I worked on, I'm really trying to get this one done by Christmas because I love it and I wanted it done last year and it didn't happen. The Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery Christmas Wreath. Haley, stop right now. That's a PDF download. Haley's showing you all the flosses. DMC. And it's still in the hoop because I actually worked on it this morning. I've been trying to put in a little bit every day. So I finished the bow now, well, the outline of the bow. Now I'm just filling it in. And then I will move around. My goal is to try to do 1/4 over the next 4 or 5 months so that I can have it done for Christmas. But I just feel like this bow is taking forever. But I love it. It's stitched on 32 count Mint Splash Lugana 2/2. And it's really sweet.
Mom, it will come off my fingers.
So I did work on that. Let's see, the next pattern I started, I didn't quite finish it. It's by Artful Offerings, Patriotic Pinwheel Parade. Love this. Honey, I need you to sit down. Thank you. And I did make some substitutions. The red I'm using is Gentle Arts Cherry Bark. The dark blue, I don't think these are any of the called for. The dark blue is Fathom by Weeks Dye Works. Oh, that looks almost black there, but it's not. It's a dark blue. And Classic Color Works Old Blue Jeans. And then the white is a substitute. I'm using Whitewash for Weeks Dye Works. And then this is mascara. Instead of the white, they had a beige, and I just didn't like it. And then, honey, put that down, please. And then the piece is, this is how far I've stitched. So I really don't have too much left. There is the leader there. God, what do you call those? The people that lead the parade, there's a special term and I can't think of it because, you know, you get on these Flosstube videos and you lose your brain cells. Now the tails, these little bunny tails, barely show up on this fabric. So I am going to yeah, the leader of the parade. I forget what they're called. I am going to back stitch around the tails in a gray, I think, to help accentuate it because, like I said, you can barely see it. And this is stitched on 32 count Freeze by Atomic Ranch, Lugana. But I don't have too much left. I have this little guy and then the flag. So I would like this done and finished by July so I can have it out for the month of July. Oh, and I have a few, I think I have 4 pinwheels down here.
Yeah.
You can see though in this photo, the red is, it's like an orange red and it's called Fire by Weeks Dye Works or DMC 606, which is a bright red orange. And I wanted mine to be a little bit more darker. I don't know what the term is, but that's where I've been able to get. Love this pattern. I've had it over a year and I just think it's super cute. Don't know why I didn't start it right away. Okay, where's my thread so I can keep this together? And then the last piece is a new start. I talked about it in my last video. It's a market release, Every Opening Flower by Brenda Gervais. And I had talked about in a video or two ago about how I wasn't sure that I liked it, that I wanted to stitch it. I mean, I liked it, but I don't know, for some reason this tree really bugged me. And so I wasn't sure. And then I watched the In Hand Stitcher, one of her videos, and she had started to stitch it and it was just beautiful. So I ordered the pattern and I decided to, is that a little bat?
Yes.
That's perfect.
His name is Bob.
Bob the bat. So I decided to order it and I couldn't wait to stitch it. I am stitching it on the called for 36 count Winter Brew. This is how far I've been able to get. It's a little washed out there. It's a very overcast, rainy day here. And on rainy days, it is not the best lighting. I should probably not record on rainy days. So you can see I've started on the side. I did these 2 little motifs and the letter F. And it's 4 pages to the pattern. But I love that tree now. I'm saving the tree in the house for last because it's my favorite part. But this bird is adorable. I can't wait to stitch that. And of course this is stunning. So this is, that's probably more like what it really looks like. I love it. This is an absolute joy to stitch. But I decided I wanted to try and do something special. And you know, if you remember in the beginning of the year, I said that I wanted to try new things with stitching to kind of broaden my horizons and expand my skills. So I decided to order the Vicki Clayton Silks. I believe her website is handdyedfibers.com. I'll try to remember and list it below. She had this already bundled up, but if you want her to convert a pattern to silks, you just email her. She gets right back to you. You say yes or no, and then she'll send you a PayPal bill so you can order them. I did do that for one other project, which I'll show you when I start to stitch it.
Yes.
But these are beautiful. And this idea, putting them in these little baggies, came from Carol the Saltbox Stitcher. I just watched her a couple days ago, and she was talking about how she put her Vicki Clayton Silks in these little bags from Amazon. They're 2 by 3 inches, and I love it because floss away bags are so big. That would have been a little cumbersome. And these are perfect. You can still put them on a thread ring. This is the 2 by 3 inch size, and it fits fine. I will say I wished I had bought the 3 by 3 just to have a little more finger room to get in and out, but not a big deal. These will work. So I love this. I will work on this steadily. You know, I'll put a thread or 2 and I'll spend a little bit of time each week, but I love it so much. I'm so glad that I watched the Enhanced Stitchers video and then I ordered this. All right, I have...
Can I eat this?
No, you can't eat that. I still have so much haul to show. It's ridiculous. Oh, I didn't show this. This was also purchased at the Needle Ort down in Florida. This is from the Thread Milk design. I didn't take it off, but whoop. I just love this little floss ring. This is a little, I think it was the cat that sold me, the little black cat. And then there is a little gold witch on a flying broom, somewhere's there. I went to their website and I didn't realize that you can buy, other designs, they're patriotic ones, but they, I believe, make their floss drops from like old bottle caps, like along that kind of idea. And I love that. So, I love fall. And I couldn't pass this up. So I will find a special project to use these for. But like I said, you can go on to their website and order some. Probably make your own too. That was kind of hiding under there, so I forgot all about it.
Hey, Mom.
A few months ago, hi honey, I was on Etsy. I saw this on someone else's Flosstube probably, and it's by Jenny Stitching Simply. She's on Etsy, and she makes project bags. And I had ordered where you could order 3 project bags, and you pay for them up front, and you could pick the month of the project bags that you wanted. So I had picked May, so silly, May, August, and September. So the May bag came in, I think it was after I got back from Florida, but she sends you a couple of these tags, floss tags. That's all her information there. And it's really pretty little floss tag. These would be great for projects where you only have a couple of colors. It was beautifully packaged. I have no words to describe how beautiful the bag was packaged and stitched. So this is the bag. Now you don't know what you're getting. It's a surprise, and I love that. So you can see it's kind of like a quilt bag stitched with these little tiny squares and then outlined. And then there's a really cute scissor pull. I don't know if she makes these or not. And then I love this little, I don't know what you call these, this little pocket squares where you can write the name of your pattern on it. And it's just a quick glance to say, hey, what do I have in here? Especially for those of us that have whips that linger and maybe you don't get to it for a year and you kind of forget what's in the bag. So I love that. Really very well made. No issues with the zipper. And then she also includes a little gift. I didn't want to take it out, but this is how adorably she packages her stuff. Little pin cushion. It's a little wooden bowl with a pin cushion. But it's just so cute. So I will show these when I get the next bag. It won't be till August. But you can find her on Etsy. I will also try to include that down below. Let's see. This was a new pattern, Violet's Blue by Blackbird Design, that I ordered. I think this was a re-release, and I want to stitch it because my grandmother, my dad's mom, loved violets. Every year in the spring, we took her to pick out violets, and she put them in an old coal bucket, and she had them by her front door, and I will never forget it. I usually put violets in some kind of bucket by my porch as well. But I love that. So if anyone's interested in this, it is a re-release. I think I ordered this from the Kitten Stitcher, actually, when I found those buttons. I have wanted this for so long, and then I was excited when I saw that they also re-released this, Away We Ride by Blackbird Design. Love it, love it. I've seen it on several Flosstube videos. These are the called for threads. Wish I had a backer board today, but I don't. And I ordered a fabric, which has not come in yet, but when it does, I will be starting this. Not sure that I'll get it done by the Halloween season, but that's okay. I wanted to show you these because, you know, you might be interested in, you know, getting some of these new re-releases. And I also joined, I think I signed up in April, and I got my first piece in May from Be Stitch Me, their Fabric of the Month Club. And I'm really excited to do that. So the first piece that I received was called, or is called Bronze Age. It's a 32 count Lugana. It's a fat quarter. Trying to just get it to wherever, oh, right here. Whoops. No. I had it right there. It's kind of brown. Very modeled. I do like it a lot. The fabric is beautiful. And I did not have to wait. I didn't have to wait to be able to join. There wasn't a wait list. I think I emailed and signed up, and then the next month, you know, you get an invoice, you pay it, and then a few weeks later she sends the fabric. So the fabric I don't think is pre-dyed. When you get the bill, you pay for it, and then she does a batch, so you'll get it a few weeks later. But I am thinking of stitching this, Boughs of Holly by Brenda Gervais, or With Thy Needle and Thread, Brenda Gervais. So I'm thinking of stitching it on this, and I have the called for thread. So I don't know, we'll see. I like it. So, you know, that's also in the immediate future, but there's a couple other things I want to start stitching first. Now, I saw this on a Flosstube video by Mrs. Smith Stitches. I believe that's the Flosstube. She resides in Canada, and she has a few videos out. And when I saw her video, I had to have these. I don't know how I didn't see them before. I have not seen them on other videos. I have, since she's had her video, I've seen a couple other Flosstubes say they've ordered them. But they're amazing. They're Sampler of the Seasons. Winter is one that I purchased. Well, actually I purchased all four. The one I'm going to start first is Winter. Now she is hosting a sale for the summer pattern. So if anyone wants to join that, go check out her video and you can jump on in. This is the summer one. They're just so sweet. Let's see, spring. Sampler of the Season, spring. I hope these are coming through okay. Get that one a little closer. Look at those little bee skeps in the center. Just so cute. And then autumn, you know, oh, I can't wait to stitch autumn. And I want to start with the winter one. So I purchased the threads for the winter. Now, a lot of the threads, the majority of the threads are in the other three patterns. I've noticed there's maybe 3-ish, you know, that are not necessarily the same in all of them. So when I go to do spring, I may have to remove a couple of these and add a few, but for the most part, the threads are the same between the patterns. So these are the colors. It's quite a few. Is it better if I twist it? I don't know, there's so many, I feel like some get lost. And I've seen this fabric before, like probably months ago, and I loved it and I wanted it so bad, and I didn't order it because I was like, I don't know, I don't have anything to stitch on it. I couldn't think of anything. And then when I saw Alana, I think her name's Alana. If I said that wrong, I'm so sorry. When I saw her show these patterns, that fabric popped right into my head, and I said, that is it. I'm getting all 4 patterns, and I am buying this fabric. It's Ancient by Picture This Plus. I did order it in a 32 count linen, and I bought a huge piece because I don't know, is this a yard? I have no idea. Maybe it's a fit. Maybe it's I think it's a yard. 36 by 54, so that's a yard. I just love the modeling and the colors in it. It's this blue-gray, and I thought that these would look beautiful on it. So if anyone else is interested, snag some of this linen. It's still available. I believe I bought this on 1-2-3 Stitch. Oh, so sorry for the glare. But I am actually going to start this afternoon. It's raining. I'm not even going to bother cleaning the house because the dog's going in and out will just bring in all the mud and the wet. So I am going to stitch instead, and this is going to be my start. My plan, I was thinking of doing one long piece with winter, spring, summer, and fall. So I think that's what the plan is. Now these are purchased on Brenda Gervais' website, Country Stitches Online, countrystitchesonline.com. Now, I went on maybe yesterday, I think, because I wanted to make sure that, you know, you could still get these. It's the only place you're able to get them. And she has a notice on her website that says they are moving their home and their business, and the site is temporarily closed. It does not give a time frame for when she anticipates opening. I think it just depends on how smoothly the move goes is what I'm anticipating. I can't imagine trying to move a house and a business. So I don't think you can order these right yet, but keep an eye on it because you will be able to down the road. And that's also where I purchased the boughs of holly. I showed you a few minutes ago. And that one, it seems to be sometimes you go on there and the things are unavailable, but I think she gets them printed and back in stock. So keep looking, because that was another one I had really wanted for a long time and I couldn't get it. And then I think I may have ordered it with these even. I said, oh my gosh, it's in stock. So I am really excited about this project. Very, very excited. Let's see, a couple more things I wanted to talk about. These patterns I've shown on here before. I purchased these on eBay because at the time you couldn't get them, but I see now that they have re-released them. These are loose feathers, summer. There's no spring. Summer, autumn, winter. And these are the called for threads. Really, really pretty. Let me put them this way. Now I am going to stitch this, I think, on its 28 count Ren. I would prefer 32 count, but I don't have 32 count Ren and it's hard to get. So this is getting totally washed out. It's hard to, it's like a, I don't know, maybe like this. And these are the threads. So I think it'll look okay. I'm not excited about 28 because you have to do 2 threads over 2, and my stitching is much neater when I just use 1 thread. But I purchased this fabric when I was still kind of early on in my getting back into cross stitch a couple of years ago. So I don't want to waste it. Linen is not cheap. So I think I'm just going to use what I have and be happy that I have it, right? So I'm also planning on starting this soon. All right, what time do we have? 50 minutes. Okay, I want to wrap this up. A couple other things that I purchased. Stacy Nash. I love Stacy Nash, but this is Houses of Berry Chapel Road, Miss Baxter's house. Isn't that cute? And you know, I just realized I have 2 whips I didn't even bring that I just started. One of them was Stacy Nash, her chicken pin keep. It just came out at market, and I did the whole border, so I'm so mad that I haven't worked on it in a few weeks though, so I kind of forgot about it. I'll have to show it next time. But I ordered this, and my thought was I could take the pin keep and stitch this and kind of display them together. I'm not even a chicken person. I mean, I love fresh eggs, but we don't raise chickens, but I don't know. It's just very simple and sweet, so ordered that. And then also from Mrs. Smith Stitches, I think that's the name of her Flosstube, she talked about this Quilts for All Seasons by Paula Vaughn. I have seen this other places. I've always contemplated, you know, getting the book. You can find it on the secondary market. Like I found this on eBay. I think you can, or maybe this was on Amazon. I think this one was on Amazon. And I don't know, I just love these. Love this one. Love this one. So there's a few in here I would really like to stitch. I don't know. This one's really cute. This is March. You know, I have so many patterns, so many projects. I say I'd love to start it, but whether I actually do, who knows. Now, this I do want to start. It's called A Perfect World by the Scarlet House. And it says, in a perfect world, you would find me here with the birds and the flowers and the dogs and the deer. I want to stitch this for my husband. I would love to stitch it and have it done by Christmas, but probably not going to happen. But next Christmas. Unless I worked monogamously on this. I just think he would like it. But there is another pattern I ordered that I also think he would really love. So it's not here yet. Actually, it should be coming today or tomorrow. So for my next video, hopefully I will have chosen one of those and started stitching it so I can show you. The other one is, well, I can't think of the name of it. Maybe I can show you though quick. It has a deer on it and some trees, and it is really pretty. Oh, let's see, order history. Oh no, maybe I didn't order it. Huh. I guess I didn't order it. Well, that's not gonna work. Okay, oh, let me go to my wish list. Maybe I put it in there. It's really cute, and maybe I thought it would be harder. Oh, here it is. It's called On Top of the Mountain, but that is a language I do not speak, so I'd have to put it in English.
Hello.
So, I don't know, I love this one too. He might like this one better. Tell me. Which one?
I think that one, the phone.
The phone, the deer one? Okay. Well, you guys let me know what you think he would like. He would like both of these, but maybe I should stitch this one first. It's a little more manly, maybe, I guess. So, I guess that really is about it for today. I do want to do a quick little giveaway. I had ordered... Honey, put the cat down. If she's hissing like that, she is not happy. Yeah.
Here's my school cat.
This is Penny. Honey, yeah, don't torture her. I ordered a couple of things from 123stitch.com. One of them was a pattern. When it came, it was the wrong pattern. So I emailed them. This just happened within the last couple of days. So I emailed them and said,
here's my real pet.
You've made a this is a mistake. This is the pattern I ordered. This is the pattern I got. Well, they shipped me the correct pattern, and I offered to mail back the incorrect pattern, but they said to keep it.
My chunky kitty.
but this is not something I will stitch, but I know many of you love Stacy Nash, so I wanted to offer this as a giveaway. It's Stacy Nash Primitives, Be Kind and True Thread Keep. And it looks like this. So if anyone is interested in this, just put the word kind in your comment and I will draw a winner. It's cute. Just I have so many other things I want to do that I don't want to take the time to do this. For those of you that love houses and red houses in particular, this would be right up your alley. A little dog is cute. Little dog. What is this, a goat? Horse? It's a horse, it looks like. So if you're interested in this, just again put the word kind in your comment and I'll draw a winner. I think that is about it for today. I feel like I was a little disorganized and rushed. That's what happens when you don't do videos consistently. You get a little out of sorts. I do think I would like to do a whip parade in June. Maybe in another week or a couple of weeks. I guess we're headed towards the end of June. So I would like to do a whip parade and then do another video in July and kind of get back on track. May and June are so crazy busy for us that I couldn't even keep up with my home life, much less this kind of stuff. And then on top of that, my daughter Tara turned 10 yesterday. Oh, it's kind of crazy. She's in double digits. So over the weekend, she had her friends sleep over. We had a family birthday party, and my head literally has been spinning for a month straight. I cannot keep track of everything. My older daughter's in sports, and there's games and practices. And it's so bad that I drove to a doctor's appointment yesterday morning, which the doctor is an hour and 15 minutes from me. It's my, regular OB appointment. And they are a long distance away from me, but I love my OB doctor so much that I am willing to drive an hour and 15 minutes. They are wonderful. The office is wonderful. She delivered all 3 of my babies, and I just love it. So for me, it's worth it. And it's down above Albany, and I took my mom. I let my oldest skip school, and we went shopping. But I show up at my appointment yesterday just to find out that it was not yesterday. It was today. So I remember driving down thinking, it is so weird. I scheduled an appointment this far away on my daughter's birthday. I would not normally do that because, a little crazy. I worry that what if something happens and I don't make it home, and then that's her memory on her birthday, and I don't want to put my kids through that. And I know that you can't control it. So, but still, it's not even worth the anxiety for me. So I just don't schedule anything on their birthdays. I'm off of work and the day is about them. But I remember thinking, oh my gosh, I can't believe I scheduled this. And I had no clue until I walk into the appointment to go to check in, and the girl is like, oh, we don't have you on the schedule. And I'm like, are you sure? I got a text message. So I pull up the text message and it says June 14th. And I said, oh, I'm on the wrong day. And it's an hour and 15 minutes away. I had dropped Mom and Claire off at a nursery down there, a greenhouse called Fadigan's. They have beautiful stuff. So I said, oh my God, I'm going to have to drive back tomorrow, and it's so far away. And she's like, hold on. And, they are so wonderful. They were able to get me in at a different time slot. It was a couple hours from then. It was at 11:30 instead of 9:30. So I was very grateful. So I went back and we did some shopping, went back to my appointment, went to lunch, and it was a lovely day after all. And I was grateful I didn't have to drive down again today. But the point of the story is that I am losing it, literally losing it. So thankfully, birthdays stuff is over. School gets out next Wednesday or Thursday here. We usually go till close to the end of June, 3rd week in June. That'll be done. Softball should be ending, and then it's just summer vacation. So maybe I can just get caught up and get my head on straight. I don't know. It happens. I guess there's worse things than showing up for appointments early. So that is it. I hope everyone is doing well. Thank you so much for watching. Again, please like the video, hit subscribe, send my videos to friends. I would love to increase the audience that I have. I enjoy sharing what I have, and I would like to share it with as many people as possible. And again, don't forget, if you want this pattern, the word kind. Oh, I have one more giveaway I want to do. Let me see if I can grab it. Okay, I wanted to give this away in June, so I better do it now. This was a bag I had ordered on Etsy last year, and it was kind of again, a surprise. You don't know exactly what you're getting. And it's really cute, but I don't know, I want to give it away. It's not something, well, I mean, I would use it. I don't know why I'm not keeping it. I'm just not. I'm going to give it away. This is from Anna at Stitch Toolbox. So it comes with this needle minder. It's wooden. And it also comes with this pattern, which I believe was exclusive to her bags, but I won't stitch it. By Twin Peak Primitives, delicious strawberry jam, so that is the pattern. And then this is the bag. Super cute. Little project bag. So if you would like that, just put the word strawberry. If you want the project bag, put the word kind. If you want the Stacy Nash thread keep, and I will draw winners on my next Flosstube. Okay, everyone, happy stitching, and we will see you in a few weeks. Bye.